In the ongoing search for having influence and control over human interactions, few strategies are as powerful and mysterious as the mirror effect. Described in the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, Law 44, disarm and make angry with the mirror effect, reveals a deep truth. By reflecting the actions, behaviors, and wants of others, we can disarm, attract, and even make them angry, gaining an edge in any situation. The layers of the mirror effect. At its core, the mirror effect takes advantage of the basic human tendency towards self-love and being overly focused on oneself. By creating a reflective surface that copies the other person's values, ideals, or actions, we tap into their natural desire for approval and self-recognition. This reflection can show up in many forms, from subtle verbal cues and body language mimicry to immersive simulations that blur the lines between what is real and what is not. The four faces of the mirror effect. 1. The neutralizing effect. Like the mythical hero Perseus, who killed the Gorgon Medusa by looking at her reflection, the neutralizing effect allows you to shield your true plan from opponents by copying their actions. By mimicking their moves, you create a smokescreen that blinds them to your intentions, leaving them uncertain and vulnerable to your machinations. 2. The Narcissus effect. Named after the Greek mythological figure who fell in love with his own reflection, the Narcissus effect involves studying someone's deepest wants, values, and ideals, then reflecting them back in a seductive mirror image. This tactic exploits the inherent human self-love, making the target feel understood, admired, and validated. A potent form of psychological attraction. Witness the Narcissus effect in action as we unravel how Benjamin Franklin, the cunning 70-year-old American ambassador to France in 1776, employed it to rally support for the Revolutionary War effort. Facing disdain from the French aristocracy, who viewed the American revolutionaries as upstarts, Franklin recognized their reverence for refinement, sophistication, and intellectual discourse. Their self-loving desire to be seen as the enlightened cultural leaders. Franklin proceeded to become a mirrored reflection of these French ideals. He learned the language, adopted aristocratic mannerisms, and traded colonial clothes for fashionable attire. At parties, he entertained them with wit, knowledge, and admiration for French culture. In doing so, Franklin held up a polished mirror to the French noble's self-perception as the embodiment of European civilization that the upstart Americans could only aspire to. Seduced by this constructed mirror, they began fervently advocating for the American revolutionaries as pupils of French Enlightenment. By reflecting their self-loving ideals, the clever Franklin exploited the French aristocracy's self-absorption to disarm their disdain and replace it with empathy for his cause. 3. The moral effect. Sometimes, the most effective way to teach a lesson is to let someone experience the consequences of their own actions firsthand. The moral effect involves mirroring someone's behavior back at them, allowing them to witness the impact of their choices, and potentially prompting them to change their ways. 4. The hallucinatory effect. In this deceptive form, you create a perfect simulation or copy of something, tricking people into mistaking it for reality. This could involve replicating a physical environment, like a bank or office, or copying someone's style, speech patterns, or mannerisms with such precision that the line between what is real and what is not blurs. Navigating the pitfalls, dangers, and exceptions. While the mirror effect is undoubtedly powerful, it is not without risks and exceptions. Overusing mirroring tactics can lead to people feeling betrayed or used, ultimately undermining your efforts and eroding trust. Additionally, beware of mirrored situations, scenarios that resemble past events or people, as you may inadvertently inherit negative associations or expectations, tainting your endeavors from the outset. Ethical considerations are also important when employing the mirror effect. Manipulating or deceiving others, even with the best intentions, can be seen as a violation of trust and autonomy, potentially damaging relationships and reputations in the long run. Mastering the reflective art. Despite the potential pitfalls, the mirror effect remains an invaluable tool in any strategic arsenal when used judiciously and ethically. Prepare to unlock its power. Study people closely to understand their values, wants, and ideals. Then reflect those qualities back through your words, actions, and demeanor, the Narcissus effect. This can create a powerful connection and sense of validation for the other person. In conflicts or negotiations, consider mirroring the other party's behavior or actions in a way that helps them recognize and potentially modify their stance, the moral effect. By experiencing the consequences of their actions firsthand, they may be more open to compromise or change. Use analogies, metaphors, or stories to indirectly mirror a situation or lesson, allowing the other person to realize the truth for themselves. This indirect approach can bypass defensiveness and resistance. In persuasion scenarios, subtly mirror the other person's body language, speech patterns, or conversational style to build rapport and increase your influence. This subtle mirroring can create a sense of familiarity and connection. When facing resistance or opposition, consider employing the neutralizing effect by mirroring your opponent's actions, shielding your true strategy, and leaving them uncertain and vulnerable. The key to mastering the mirror effect lies in striking a delicate balance between subtlety and impact. Avoid over-the-top imitations or deceptions that could backfire, and focus on creating genuine connections and insights through strategic mirroring. Remember, the most potent reflections are often the most nuanced and understated. In the ever-shifting landscape of power dynamics and human interaction, the mirror effect stands as a potent and versatile tool, offering a profound glimpse into the depths of human psychology and the art of influence. Wield it responsibly, and you may find yourself holding the keys to disarming, seducing, and even angering those around you, all while remaining shrouded in the enigmatic reflection of their own desires. Now, something important. Make it a daily habit to learn something truly beneficial that enhances your life. Remember, the content you feed your mind is like nourishment for your brain. Be deliberate in your choices. Otherwise, be wary. Algorithms are often crafted to manipulate your thoughts. Reflect on that. Now, we're excited to announce that we're now welcoming contributions through subscriptions to aid our upcoming projects and bring you exceptional content. Join us by subscribing today.